Students, I hope you guys had a nice break and we're back for term two, which means one down, three to go. All right, guys. So we've already started our next unit, our unit on imperialism and World War One. We're two lessons in, lessons that we completed during the first quarter. Few tips for you, not only online students, but all of my students, especially if you miss days during the second quarter. I noticed there's been some confusion on, well, what assignments do I do if I miss the day? Or what assignments are we doing this week? And I notice a lot of you guys, you like to click on that assignment tab, but I think you'll be a lot better off if you do as I'm doing right now and just follow the homepage. So this is what your homepage on our Canvas site looks like. And if you notice on the homepage, it tells you the dates for all of these lessons. So for example, this week we're doing lesson 3 on US neutrality. So in class, we're doing that on October 22nd and October 23rd. So if you're an online student and you follow along with the schedule, that will ensure that you don't fall behind. If you ever get confused, if you click on this Unit 2 imperialism schedule, it tells you the dates that we're doing these lessons, as well as the assignments that we're doing in class and Canvas equivalents. So I think if you follow that, you'll be able to keep up. Now, a lot of you guys have been fine kind of cherry picking the assignments as we go, but that's because you're falling behind, okay? And that's a good way to catch up, but you only have to catch up if you fall behind. We're second quarter, which means we're gonna have Thanksgiving, we're gonna have Christmas. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of activities that you do during the holiday months, that being Thanksgiving and Christmas. My recommendation to you, don't fall behind, because the end of the quarter, when we're going into Christmas break, that is the time you kind of just want to coast into the holidays, rather than try to catch up on a whole bunch of work that you should have been doing in October and early November. As for this week, we only have one lesson because we really are only going to be in class one day. So our lesson is on United States neutrality. Last time in class, we talked about the start of World War One, and we talked about how that was going on in Europe. And maybe you asked yourself, well, what was the United States doing? Short answer, nothing. Okay, we were doing what we had been doing for the last 50 years, and that is producing a lot of steel, producing a lot of oil, and producing a lot of food, all resources that the Europeans desperately needed. On August 4th of 1914, the president at the time, that being Woodrow Wilson, he was looking at Europe and saying the war pick up and start. And he made an official declaration of United States neutrality. Now, it's kind of funny to think, but before World War II, and especially before World War One, the United States had an isolationist tradition, which means we wanted to stay isolated from the rest of Europe. That is the way we had always done business. We had never got involved in a European conflict or a European war before World War One. And even after World War One, many Americans thought getting involved in that war was a mistake. So, in this lesson, you'll find out how we went from in August of 1914 saying that we're going to be neutral no matter what, and we're not going to pick sides, and how that changed as the months became years, and eventually the United States did, in fact, declare war and get involved in World War One. So, that's just kind of an intro into your lesson this week. Work on those two assignments. First, when is war necessary and appropriate? That'll be a discussion board. And second, you'll find out, read some documents and look at some graphics that tell you and show you how the United States went from a neutral nation to a nation that was very much involved in World War One. Insight for you on that. You guys stay healthy and stay happy.